You know, it's not just the waves that make the North Shore. It's the land, it's the water, it's the farms, it's the food, it's that ability to stay healthy in your lifestyle. It's that ability to not expose your kids to certain things in the environment and certain things in society that they don't feel would be positive. It's that value to stay connected. Everyone in this community is connected. They're connected on common ground for common goals, which is protecting the environment, protecting their health. And that's the only way that surfing can continue in this community, is if we protect those two things.
Volcom is America's first board riding company where all three sports, skate, snow, and surf, are all equally represented. The Volcom Pipe Pro was first done in 2010. This is our 4th year, and it's getting bigger. It's noticeable by the crowds, the web viewers. The production has gotten way better with webcast. It's just getting bigger and bigger, and more talent's showing up.
With the Volcom Pipe Pro being such a premier event for us, we felt it was really important to make sure that we're always one-upping ourselves and making sure that each year it gets better and better as far as sustainability goes. Our new future program is really built into the way the company works now, and it's nice to know that it's not just a feel-good part of things for us, it's just the way we're doing business. And hopefully we can build a platform and a level of expectations on how events are run.
TREES is a green event solutions company. The acronym represents time to rethink, evolve, engage, educate, and sustain. Our whole purpose is to use events as a platform for leadership, to teach people how to be better stewards of the land and to be a better participant within their community. And we really focus on waste reduction and waste diversion strategies. With Volcom, they came out of the starting gates with infrastructure in place, with the drive and with the dedication and the commitment to really take this as far as they can take it and to make sure that the communities that they're involved in have really minimal impacts.
We've basically been brought in to do the evaluation and the tracking of all the green efforts used to make this event more sustainable. We built a program for doing a certification for surfing events that's a partnership with the ASP. The program is called Deep Blue Surfing Events. We're actually tracking 5 main categories. First category is waste, second category is energy, third is transportation, fourth is climate change, and the fifth is the community involvement and the legacy that the event is actually leaving.
Tree's relationship with Volcom began 4 years ago when Volcom became the sponsor of the Pipeline Pro. And we began working together to do the low-hanging fruit for the first year, cover the basics of recycling and green products. And as the years went on, we continued to strive to hit higher standards to make the Volcom Pipe Pro one of the greenest surfing contests in the industry. From my side of things, I bring in a whole host of other partners to work with.
Biodiesel is a fuel made out of 100% vegetable oil, and it can be virgin vegetable oil, used vegetable oil. It also can be made out of animal fats and oils. For the Volcom Pipe Pro, we are very excited to be providing biodiesel for the generators to help run the event. And not only are they using a clean fuel, they're using a clean, renewable fuel that's made right here in the islands.
Part of the deal with used cooking oil is that there's only so much available in the state. And so that's why we're now moving to the farm for the next generation of creating biodiesel locally. So we're actually here doing some test plots on the north shore of Oahu, trying to get a feel for what plants grow, what kind of yields we can expect to get, what is the most appropriate way to grow these plants, and then eventually take it all the way through to processing to squeeze out the virgin oil to then be converted into biodiesel.
Been fortunate to be able to have about 65 acres here. I feel very lucky that I do have the opportunity to grow the crop sustainably and organically, not using any type of herbicides, pesticides, any chemical fertilizers.
We try to provide as much local food from local farmers here on the North Shore, and if not, then regionally in Hawaii, and then otherwise we'll have to source outside to the mainland. Whatever it is, we try to keep conscious of when we're building menus and building recipes, that we keep that in mind, and that's part of our program. For us, it's really about taking care of that hunger that people have because they're on their feet working all day.
Volcom didn't take on a drink sponsor or drink donation in any way, so we've actually reduced our recycling waste by eliminating anything that comes in a single-use drink container. Another great thing that Volcom does is they take all of last year's banners and they recycle them into reusable shopping bags for the next year's event. They're keeping that material out of the waste stream and turning it into something usable for years.
Styrophobia is the local representation for a manufactured product by World Centric that is certified compostable. We manufacture alternatives to plastic and styrofoam, knives, forks, spoons, plates, cups, bowls, hot items, cold items, anything that you need in the food service industry, we have an alternative for so that it's toxin-free and safe. We were able to donate the products for this event to make sure that the event itself was as sustainable as possible. One of our main missions here is to talk about the difference between biodegradable and compostable. Biodegradable is a misnomer. We've sort of gotten on the line where biodegradable is a good thing, but in the food service industry, biodegradable is actually worse than plastic and styrofoam because it's designed to break down to the molecular level very quickly. All of our products are certified compostable, which means that they're toxin-free and they will break down into compost within 180 days.
We took a unique approach to recycling the food waste from the contest, and this approach allowed us to recycle 100% of the food waste. This approach involved two different ways of handling that food waste. One way that we handled some of the food waste was to take it and mix it with the shredded compostable food wares that we took from the contest. We laid that out in a pile in a more of a traditional aerobic composting setup. The food waste that couldn't be included in that pile, things like your meats, your bones, your fats, your dairies, were composted using our bokashi systems, which utilizes a technology called anaerobic fermentation, which allows us to take that food waste and turn it into a nutrient-rich organic soil.
Here at Waihuena Farm, we're working on a 20-acre parcel. We have the blessing of being neighbors to the Pupukea Paumalu Nature Reserve. Our CSA program has pickups on Monday evenings where we provide access to salad, cooking greens, herbs, root vegetables, and seasonal fruit. Here at Waihuena Farm, we are working on all kinds of permaculture curriculum, workshops from organic gardening, composting, bamboo building, rain catchment, renewable energy. As the composting site for the Volcom Pipe Pro, we accepted daily compostable plates and food waste. It was brought here, we put it through a chipper, made a rocking compost pile that will feed our plants and then feed the community.
New Future actually stands for the new and better future, and we can only make that by us being more efficient. We've always had this give back where we love this community over here, and it just so happens that we bought our first house here. From here on, it's like we wanted to give back. We didn't want to be a company that came into Hawaii and ruled and then just left. We care about the people here, we care about the community, and we wanted to give back. And with the Pipe Pro, all of our Pipe Pro merch goes to the Live Like Scion Foundation.
Our mission statement is to enable all young people, especially those who need us the most, to become responsible, kind, productive citizens. We break it down into 3 main program areas. So there's academic success, good character and citizenship, and healthy lifestyles. We're very fortunate. We've had an extensive relationship with Volcom for several years now in the past through that Give Back program, and it has helped us foster a relationship with Kokoho and Volcom in general that has been very supportive of the youth programs that we do here. It's really awesome to see that Volcom recognizes the importance of taking care of the kids who live on the island. There's a large community, a very diverse community of youth that need extra support and encouragement so that they can become contributing members of our society. And so whether it's getting them involved in extracurricular activities, whether it's physical fitness, if it's surfing or being on a basketball league, or giving them extra help with their homework, it's really amazing to see that Volcom understands the importance of supporting the youth on the island of Oahu.
So North Shore Community Land Trust works on voluntary land conservation here on the North Shore of Oahu, and we define our mission area as the Ahupua'a from Kahuku Point to Ka'ena. For several years now, we've had a great partnership with Volcom. They've been very supportive of our work here on the North Shore, and it was really fun to partner with them this year at the Volcom Pipe Pro. They worked really hard to put on a sustainable event, and you know, that went to supporting organizations such as ours that help with sustainability issues. Using the Surf Credits program, you know, people could donate to our organization while getting credits to buy a variety of different surf products. I grew up on the North Shore, and I feel real lucky to have experienced my childhood in such a special place. And when I look back, you know, like, my memories are just filled with being on the beach, being in the ocean, being out in the mountains. Those youthful memories are what keep me going and what make me want to work hard to preserve this special place.
The North Shore was an agriculture community. The North Shore was a sugar community, a plantation community. The people living here and the people working here were farmers. Surfing, as it's gained momentum and it's gained popularity and been launched more into the mainstream, has brought the North Shore into the light of the mainstream. But what the mainstream doesn't know is what this community is founded on and what the principles are that this community is based around, which is really trying to be healthy. It's a very tight community. They value their land, they value protecting their land, they value their lifestyle, and they value protecting that lifestyle. They value open spaces, they value clean water, they value the Hawaiian system of the ahupua'a, of the mountain to sea water systems. They fight for the environment, they fight for keeping open spaces, they fight for protecting their surf breaks, they fight for protecting their scenery.
Hawaii is one of the most beautiful places on earth. Be aware that beauty has a cost. There's a lot of farming going on in Hawaii where they're testing a lot of radical chemicals, open air testing. Everybody is just a little uneducated on the situation still. I'm just working on getting that knowledge to people, you know, so they can wake up, then they can start learning and wise up, you know, and then they can rise up. Anything coming to Hawaii like this, like the Volcom Pipe Pro, and you know, we're at the time and age where they really need to start thinking about how they can go green and recycle and do anything recycle, because we're at that point in Earth where that's what we all need to be doing, you know what I mean? If we want to keep our generations going, that's what we need to be doing. And maybe they can be a blueprint for every contest around the world.
Hawaii is such a perfect place to start an organization like we started with Pacific Biodiesel, because we're so limited in our resources. We have limited shores and we can't just drive across state lines and bring other supplies. There's been a growing awareness of the fact that we, as a state, import 85% of our food and up to 95% of our fuel in an area where there's abundant sun and so much potential to grow agriculture here for both food and fuel. The arguments about why this can't happen are really starting to dissipate.
What Volcom did at the Pipe Pro is really important. I applaud them for taking that step to really look at the waste that they're generating and figuring out how can we divert this waste out of the landfill and do something usable with it. And I think that that's something that more companies need to start doing and looking at, because the reality is that we generate this massive amount of food waste and we're doing very little with it. We're only recycling less than 3%. And on an island like Oahu, that becomes magnified because there's a finite amount of space. We're competing for that space between farming and housing and businesses. And it's important for us here, especially here on island, to really look at alternative ways to manage the waste that we're creating.
Volcom is actually helping to support a program that we actually have called Waste to Waves. It's a EPS styrofoam recycling program that we've got on the mainland that we're actually doing here for the first time as a pilot program right here in Haleiwa. So we've got a Waste to Waves bin at one of the local surf shops here called Tropical Rush. Anyone in the community can come down and drop off the styrofoam packaging that you got like with your TV, or the local shapers here who actually shape EPS blanks. They can come drop those bones and cutoffs, and we will end up recycling those instead of it going into the landfill. We'll actually work with a company here that can recycle this material, and they also make EPS surf blanks.
I live here at the Volcom house and take care of these beautiful houses and just trying to keep it green and clean. I'm just lucky and blessed, really, and it's what I love to do, and I'm lucky enough to have a job that allows me to do it and take care of like this beautiful place, and it just feels good. And it feels even better when you buy your own shopping bag and like don't use the plastic bag at the store. It's that simple, like little things like that. Get a metal water can and use that instead of buying 100 bottles. But it's hard because I buy water bottles too, so. But we're all working on it. If everyone just does their part, it's going to make a big difference in the long run.
Oh, let me go, let me fall to pieces. Oh, let me go, let me lose control. Oh, let me know the meaning. I would never learn holding on to you.
you know, I think it's really interesting because Volcom, when they started, probably didn't have that reputation. So it's been a really great process to watch that company grow into something that is now the industry leader. With the ocean, we have a lot of problems. Climate change, which is going to cause sea level rise, is really going to change all of these spots that people have been surfing on for thousands of years. I think that surfers are the users of the ocean, the users of the coastal environment, and they do travel around doing events all over the world and creating an impact. And we really have to bring out not only awareness but responsibility within that industry to say, look, we're the users of the ocean and we're going to fight climate change because our livelihood depends on it, our sport depends on it, and we're going to do our best to keep it clean, because if we can't keep the ocean clean, there's going to come a time when we can't use it. And so we really have a lot of different things going on between climate change and marine debris and impacts from events and waste footprints that we're working on, and that industry is the first industry that has the best opportunity to make change.